we were talking earlier before we began about the Ice Bowl. What is the one thing? I know that's been covered ad nauseum. People have asked probably 1,000 questions about the Ice Bowl. Is there something you've ever not talked about with the Ice Bowl? Is there something that just sticks out to you about the Ice Bowl that you just still shake your head at? You just can't believe.
Well, it was interesting, and I've said this before, but it's been a while. My roommate was George Andrew for 11 years. George was a great defensive end, played next to me. Came my second year, and he quit, I think, after was forced by injury. He played 11 years. And anyway, at the Green Bay game, George got up at 7 and went to Mass. And Coach Landry always had a speaker come before the game. Sometimes I went with George to Mass. And then most of the time he went with me to the speaker we had. We usually had a Christian speaker from the local area that wanted to come over and speak to the team. But anyway, George came back and he said, Bob, the day before, by the way, the Ice Bowl, it was 18 degrees, which sounds cold, but
that's not that bad.
It wasn't windy and it wasn't cold.
Right. You're in the sun. You're in the sunshine. It's not that bad.
The ground was soft. The grass was green. I could not believe it. The next morning, George comes back, and I'm looking out. The sun's shining. I'm pretty well ready to go down and eat breakfast. And George came in. He said, it's pretty cool out there, Bob. And I said, oh, really? He said, yeah, it's about 10 below right now. He took a glass of water. We were staying in Appleton, I think. And anyway, the motel had single panes rather than double. He threw a glass of water on there, and most of the water froze before it hit the windowsill. He said, yeah, it's 10 degrees below zero, and there's 35-mile-an-hour wind. And he said, these guys, most of these guys have never played in weather like this. He came from Michigan. Yeah. He said, so why don't when we go out there today, let's just don't wear our warm-up jacket. And so anyway, I'm thinking about that all the way over. We go over and we get taped, and we've not gone out. We actually went out the door of the hotel and got right on the bus and went right to the stadium and parked right by the door and got out. So we didn't really feel the coolness or the really cold. Yeah. Go out on the field, and first thing that happens is, here George and I, we stick out like a sore thumb. We're wearing
no.
I walk out the door and I said, you've never been in weather like this either, Bob. I've never been in anything like this. This was the coldest I've ever been in my life, and I haven't even gotten in it yet. So we go out there and we go through a few months, and we got icicles growing out our nose. And so the trainer from Green Bay comes over and he says, hey, you guys you don't want to pull those. You'll pull the membrane out of your nose. You need to go back in, warm up, let them melt, and get Vaseline. Take Vaseline and put it in your nose so that you don't
damage you.
You don't do that. So we went back in and did that. Well, while we were in there, I put on some thermal underwear, and we didn't have much. And I put saran wrap around my socks and put my shoes back on. And Ernie wouldn't let us wear gloves. He said, that's for sissies. So we went out there, and 5 of us got frostbite. And anyway, the first play of the game, the referee blows a whistle, and he pulled it out of his mouth and pulled off half his lip, and blood started coming down and froze. It was a bloody icicle. So they stopped the game after the first play, and the Green Bay guy came out again and brought a bottle of Vaseline and rubbed it on and they stopped the game, gave every one of the officials a bottle of Vaseline and told them, or a little jar, and told them to keep it on their lips when they blew the whistle. That's why the whistle is the exact same as it used to be, except they got a plastic lip around it now, so that when you get in a game where it's freezing, it won't stick to your lip. So anyway, that was the beginning, and it got colder from there.
Right.
By the time the game was over, it was about 28 degrees below zero. And we were on ice, sliding around. And anyway, I'm out there, and they run that quarterback sneak, and they score. And next thing I remember was, a few seconds later, we lose. We're on the plane. We're kind of distraught. And I'm looking out on my side. I'm on the side that was looking to the north. And the sun has gone down already, but it's the glow. It was glowing red out there. And I thought, and I'm warm now. And I thought, thank you, Lord, that I survived today. and I'm on this warm airplane, and I said, we have another day.
Yeah.
You know,
A little bit warmer.
Day,
Yeah, you're headed back to Dallas.
I thought we might die.
Yeah.
I mean, we could hardly breathe.
Oh.
So, in fact, back in those days, a lot of guys smoked cigarettes.
Sure.
And most of the people it hurt their lungs so bad. And I used to smoke cigars, and I quit. I quit. I never got around smoking again. It still bothers me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any problem with my dad smoked. My uncle
Right.
smoked back after the war, all that. But we had some definite lung damage, and like I said, 5 guys got frostbite, and that tested us. And really, we felt like we were going to beat them.
Yeah.
We were at full strength for the first time all year. With the last 4 games, we had been full strength, and we were doing well. And we just didn't do it. And so we kind of, the next 2 years we were in the playoffs, but we didn't win. And then we went to the first Super Bowl, and we came back from that. And we said, we're going to start working out as soon as we get home, and we're going to win the next Super Bowl, which we did.
Which you did. Yeah. After the invention of the new shot put with the 50-yard helmet toss.
40 something.
40 something yards.
That's what they tell me, 42 or 44, I don't know.